Starts with Rob Glass, the best strength coach in the country.
Enthusiasm, encourage each other. If you're not going, you're cheering on your teammate, all right?
He's, tough, grit. Just, old school coach. He's that guy. He's gonna get you right.
The mental and physical toughness that he instills in them on a lesser scale out of respect, it's the Navy SEAL concept, right? They come in here and we push them. We break them down to a certain extent physically and mentally, and they have to fight through things. But when they can get to the end of that tunnel and they see that light, then we have a product that not only can perform on Saturdays, but is ready to go out there in the real world and compete. Forget football. They can go in the professional world. They can compete because they understand what it takes to get there. The definition of discipline is not punishment. We talk a lot about this as a team. Sometimes young people hear discipline and they think punishment. Discipline is the willingness to do whatever it takes to be successful at something. It's not punishment.
Really, it started, I believe, at the core of we were having too many penalties. And, not getting unnecessary roughness penalties at the end of a play, or jumping off sides, or any holding calls that were unnecessary, things like that, pass interference calls. So then he came up with this, he's like, man, we need to have discipline, we need to have toughness. You can just see the wheels turn, discipline and toughness. D.A.T. That's what we'll call it, D.A.T.
And that is displayed in everything you do, whether you're in football or not. When you wake up every day to go to the academic center, you have discipline to get up and go to the academic center. Do good on your homework, make sure you're eligible to play football. Don't stress out your advisors. When you get here, and maybe you're working out, you don't skip any reps. If you want to, you do extra. And that was just the whole discipline part. And the toughness part was, you get knocked down, even when you're doing right, you get back up, because nobody's going to help you but you. Nobody's going to save you, and nobody's going to help that mindset, because you can only control what you can control. You control your own mindset.
I think that's what really, makes great football players. And I think to hold that culture over the years and, obviously be able to put out great players, because guys buy into that. They buy into discipline and toughness, and credit to Gundy and Glass and all the people who've been here over the years to help keep that program at the highest level that it can be.
You've already had a great summer with Coach Glass. That's the start of our discipline and toughness. And for the young guys that are just getting here, remember now, the definition of discipline is caring enough about something to do the very best you can at whatever that is. I don't care what it is. Math class, science class, being a football player, being a parent, being a brother, being a sister, being a husband, whatever it is. Being disciplined enough to say, I care enough about it, I'm going to do everything I can to the best of my ability.
Discipline and toughness mantra that we have is it's something that our players can control. You can't ask a young man, you need to be this tall, or you need to have this type of reach, or you need to run this 40. They may or may not be able to accomplish those goals. But each one of our guys can wake up every day and they can choose to be disciplined in how they handle themselves. And there's a lot that encompasses that. That's showing up on time, that's doing things the right way when no one's looking. It's doing it, and it's doing it that way all the time. And the toughness factor, it's not always physical, it's also mental toughness. It's the mental toughness to make the right decision on a Saturday night that's going to be conducive to you being a good student and a good football player, instead of making the easy, maybe the wrong decision.
A lot of these players, we play for our families, we play for the people next to us, we play for the coaches here, we play for the fans here. So it's just to the point of, how bad do you want it? Are you going to change it? Are you going to stay disciplined? Or are you going to be tough? And if you are, then you can be here.
This is blue collar. Every day, man, you're going to come into this place and we're going to work. When you step into the building, we're going to work. We're going to be about the things that matter. We're going to build, brick by brick, layer by layer, of great Cowboy football.
There's 365 days a year. We don't get many games. So we have to be mentally and physically tough. Our discipline and toughness has to be 350 days a year outside of the 15 days a year that we get to play a game. When people think about it that way, you realize the importance of the culture and the discipline and toughness just to get ready to play 15 times a year. So if we don't keep that at a high level, The other 350 days a year doesn't allow us to perform very well in those 15 days a year that we do get to play.
Understand discipline and understand toughness. You will be tough and you will be disciplined. That's what's going to win games for you. So you have to hold each other accountable in the right way.